In today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up, install, and use the Nest Hello. Let's get started. Hello everybody and welcome to Tech with Brett, where I help tech work for you. This is going to be the most comprehensive review of the Nest Hello that you will find on the internet. In today's video, we're going to set it up, get it installed, and show you everything that it can do. So starting off, the Nest Hello is a wired doorbell that will connect through your Wi-Fi so that you can see your porch, talk to people on your porch, and see who is home and hear notifications when somebody rings the doorbell, even if you're away from home. Now starting off, the Nest is 4.6 inches tall and 1.7 inches wide and 1 inch deep. Now the Nest does require a wiring of 16V AC to 24V AC. The Hello also requires a 10 VA transformer. So previously, when I installed my Ring video doorbell, I needed to swap out my transformer, so that would be the same case here. In this video, I am just going to replace my Ring, and so it was super easy, but if you don't have something that is already wired, you may need to call a professional. If you want to check to see the compatibility requirements, head to nest.com/requirements to learn all about it. Here we have the Nest Hello. On the back, these will be the terminals that you'll connect to your doorbell wiring. And then here at the bottom, you have the QR code that you will scan to sync up the Hello. Now here we have all the instruction manual. And then here we have the doorbell adapter. Now you need this doorbell adapter or you could damage your Hello. So that will be the first thing that we install. And then it comes with some extender cables, a drill bit for stucco, and a security key to remove the Hello. And then here we have a 15-degree pad so you can change the direction that the Hello is facing. And then here we have the attachment that will allow us to add the Hello to our door. So here we have the instructions, and first we need to download the Nest app. You can get that on the Play Store or the App Store. You will also need to create an account. Next, we will install the doorbell adapter, and then last we will install and set up the doorbell. Here it comes with a security Nest Cam sticker, and then here we have some other warranty information. So the first thing that we're going to do is head into the Nest app, and we are going to add a product. You do this by selecting the settings, and then here we can select add product. And now we're going to scan the QR code that was on the back of the Hello. This is also on the paper material that comes with the device. Then it will run through the setup instructions through the application, so follow along in the app as that will run you through everything that you need to know. Here you can watch a very detailed instructional video, so make sure you do that before you begin the install. So first we're going to start out by finding the Chime connector in the box. We need to head down and turn off the power. And now we need to go into our doorbell box. Now inside the box you will find something similar to this where you have 3 different cables that could be plugged in here on the side. Most likely there will be 2 wires. One of them is for the front doorbell, a third one would be for the back doorbell, and then you have the transformer. So the first thing that we're going to do is specify how many wires that we do have, and then we're going to choose what the current selection of wiring is. So here I have the white and the red cable that is available, and then this is for the front doorbell. And now we're going to disconnect the front cable, which is the white cable. And now we are going to press that into the end of the white connector. Make sure your cable is straight and about only 1/4 inch long. That will make this really easy. And then once you press it in all the way, you will click the top to snap it all the way in. And now we're going to take the other end of the Chime connector and connect this to the front portion of the doorbell. Now we're going to move on to the transformer. So now we're going to do the same thing with the red cable. I'm going to take that out, and then I will snap it into the other portion, the gray part, and then clip it in. Now we'll do the same for the red transformer cable. Now we connect the end of the gray cable to the transformer on the doorbell. Once we have all the wiring correct, we can continue, and then you can place the Chime connector somewhere inside if it will fit, or on the outside of the doorbell. Now we're going to place the cover back on and head to install the doorbell. Then you will need to remove your existing doorbell.
Don't tell Ring.
On the Ring, there was a security key on the bottom, and then I need to remove the 2 screws here. Then you will detach the wires from the back of the doorbell. When you install this plate, make sure that the wiring for the doorbell is at the bottom of the circle here. That will allow for enough room for your Nest doorbell to sit properly. So first I'm going to start with the top screw here, screw it in, and then on the bottom screw make sure that it is vertical and then screw that in so that everything looks nice and clean. Don't follow my example and make sure you do the top one first. I'm going to tighten them up one more time and then we are going to connect the wires. Now it does not matter which wire goes on which terminal on the back of the Hello. It will automatically decide that, but you just need to install the red and the white cable. When you put the wiring on, put them in a clockwise curl and then you'll be able to easily screw them on. Then let's head back and turn on the power. Once the power is on, you will know everything worked by seeing that the Nest Hello is glowing blue. Now you're going to head into the application to complete the setup. In the app, it will ask where you want to place your doorbell. So here I'm going to select front door. And then since I already have other Nest products, this is actually connecting to my Nest Protect and it's going to pull the Wi-Fi information over. If not, you would just need to type in your Wi-Fi so that it can connect directly to it. Now it is finalizing the connection, adding the Wi-Fi to the Hello so that it will automatically be able to connect without my phone nearby, and it will have that constant connection because the Nest Hello is going to consistently upload your video to the internet. So there are different plans that you can buy called Nest Aware, and we'll talk about those in a minute. And you can see that our Hello is now finally installed. Now on the next screen here, it showed me what the picture actually looked like. So there was a little bit too much of blank space on the left side of the screen. So here I'm actually going to take this off and install the angle plate. So now we're going to head back down, turn off the power, remove the doorbell, remove the plate, place back on the angle plate and put it back together. Now when you are finished screwing everything back on, to place the Nest doorbell on, start from the top, place that in, and then snap the bottom in. And then we're going to head back down, click on the power, and we are back and ready to go. Now here you can see what it looked like before having the angle plate, and here is after. So I'm not losing anymore, I'm actually gaining the ability to see in the far right hand corner. So I'm really happy with how much you can see. I can see my porch and everything with the Nest Hello. So now it's going to run through and make sure that our chime sounds right. So when you click the doorbell, does it instantly ring your actual chime? If it does not, you can set the delay that will happen between the Hello and the actual chime. This will be if you have an electronic chime. So here at the top, you can see what the video looks like. Here I ring the doorbell and you can see the notification there at the top, and we'll get more into that in a minute. And now we're going to finish the setup. Next, we choose language, and then it asks if you want to enable audio recording. At the time, I skipped this, but I would enable that for the best experience. And then we are going to choose if we would like the Nest Hello to remember familiar faces. So it will actually recognize people's faces and tell you who is at the door. So I'm going to enable this and we'll set that up. So now that we're in our Nest application, we can see my mini devices here. To open up the Hello, we just select on the picture, and now it is going to ask if we would like to connect it to our Google Assistant. When you connect to Google Assistant, it will actually alert you on your home connected devices like the Google Home. Now this will not alert you through the Google Assistant app on your phone, but it will actually tell you when somebody's at the door, and if it recognizes that face, it will tell you that as well. And now we can see that we already have our video feed ready to go. So let's test this out real quick. This is what it will sound like when you ring the doorbell and it does not recognize a face.
Someone's at the front door.
And now this is what it will look like when it does recognize a face and you have added a personalized name.
Tech with Brett is at the front door.
And here you can see what it looks like when somebody walks up to the door and receives a notification. Once you receive a notification, open it up. It takes you right to the camera. I can then talk. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Stop. Or I can set a preset response right here. I can say, you can leave it, we'll be right back, and no one can come to the door.
Just a sec. We'll be right there.
And then up here at the top, it will show you how long it's been since somebody rang the doorbell. And then when you're done, you can select close. When the Hello is recording, the light will be a constant green. If somebody is listening, it will show a flashing green, and you can turn this on and off in the settings. One other cool thing about the Hello is that when somebody walks up to the door, it will actually illuminate the blue circle so that they know they should press the doorbell. When night vision is on, you will see these row of lights on the face of the Hello. Another reason that I chose to pick up the Nest Hello is because it will connect with your Google Home and your Chromecast together. So now I can ask my Google Home to show me what's on the front door, and it will actually pop that up on my TV. So let's check it out. Okay, Google. Show the front door on the Nexus player.
You got it. Streaming the front door on Nexus Player.
Now when displaying this on the TV, there was only a few second delay. It did depend on how quickly my Chromecast could connect to the feed. Now this will be a live feed only. There is no way to rewind this from the Chromecast or the Google Home. You just need to go into the Nest application.
I don't think they saw me.
Where's Daddy screaming?
Now, if you've watched my channel before, you know that anything that connects with my Google Home and my Chromecast together is definitely an approved product by me. Now, I'm really excited about this because if my kids are playing in the front yard, I can pull this up to just see what they're doing, keep an eye on them, but this will not replace a babysitter, so make sure you watch your kids.
Hey, this is a test from the Nest Hello to the TV. So you can hear how it sounds if I'm just standing there talking. Alright, there you go.
Now let's head right into the Nest app and I'll show you step by step everything that it can do. So right here we have our front door and it's showing a picture of what the front door looks like. When you open it up, it will show a live view of your front door. So right now it is late and the night vision is on, and it will show you the current time right here. But if I want to scroll through and see my history, all I need to do is swipe up and it will scroll back. And you can see that every time you see a picture here, that is an event that has happened. So maybe it caught motion. Here it's catching a car go by. And then if we scroll down here, you will see this pink icon. So a pink icon indicates an activity zone. So I have specified that on the porch, it will actually notify me of anything that touches the porch. And you can select your activity zones by going to nest.com, and we'll do a brief overview of that in a minute. And so if we scroll down, we can quickly go down and see here it transitions out of night mode and into the day. I really like how quick that updates. So you can almost make your own little time lapse just by scrolling through this app. Now there is a time lapse feature on the web that you can download these videos as well. So here we can see these different little notifications that when somebody was on the front door right there, the girls are hanging out outside, it notified me of the activity zone. When I stop, you will see that it plays. And it will also have audio. Now I did make a mistake that when I started using this, I had the audio off. So that's a setting that you just need to change in the application. So if you want to see somebody ring the doorbell, you can just scroll through and find that and see who it was or see what motion was there. But you can head on over to the other view. So click this menu and it will actually show you each motion that it saw, or it will show you, a zone. So there it said it was on the porch. So here you can see motion. There it detected an unfamiliar face. Here it detected a person. So if I select on the person, it would then take me to that portion of the video and I can watch that right there. If I tap on the video here, it lets me rewind 15 seconds and fast forward. And then down here, I could save a clip. So that's how you use the timeline portion. Down here, you can select the different day that you want to do. So here I could go to Monday. This is the first day that we had it installed, and I can browse through and see all of those videos that I had. Now next we have filter. So here I could choose motion, person, when the doorbell rang, a familiar face or an unfamiliar face, or the porch zone that I have created. So when I select familiar faces and select done, then it is only going to show me motion in a familiar face. So there it had a familiar face, and we can see Adele running up the porch right here. Now here we have go live. So if I select go live, it will take me to what is currently happening. And then if I select talk, that will allow me to talk to the person at the door, and then they'll be able to hear me and I will be able to hear them. Next we have save a clip. So if you see something that you want to save, you can just tap save clip, and then it will create that clip and save it out, and it will be available at home.nest.com. And you can also create more clips from the web. And then last here we have the people option. So under the people option, it will show you different people that have stopped at your door. It will automatically do this. So here it will ask us to say if we know a person, we can select yes or no. So I know all of these people. And then once you have gone through that, it gives you the option to see who your camera knows. So if we open this up, so now it's going to show you all the familiar faces that it has detected. So here we have already added a label for me as well as Adele. And then let's say we want to add one for Carrie. So there it pops up her picture. We can type in Carrie, and then whenever she rings the doorbell or if she gets close to the door, it will remember who she is. And there are all the pictures that it has captured of here. And then if you find somebody that you do not know, we can actually select forget this face because we do not want to remember them. And then if you want to completely clear it out, here you have the clear library and you can turn off familiar faces right there. So now that we've done that, let's check out all the settings that you can use in Nest. So if we tap the screen, there we can go into the settings. Right here, we can turn the camera on and off. So even though the camera is always recording, you don't always have to have it on. So we can turn that on and off right there. You can set quiet time. So maybe it's nap time. I don't want the actual indoor chime to ring. I can just turn that on right there and then it will not ring the indoor doorbell. Next, we have Home Away Assist. So this is a feature offered by Nest that if me and Carrie are both using the application, when I turn this on, when we both leave, it would automatically turn on the recording. And when we come home, when we're here, it will not have the recording on. So that will all work based on your phone, your GPS, and your Wi-Fi connection. It will learn all of that. Here we have schedule. So maybe we want our hello to only record at a certain time. This is where we can simply turn that on. So we could add a time on Monday to begin recording and to turn on and then to turn off. And then we could repeat that every day. So I haven't used the schedule too much, but that is how you would do that. Next, if we go into the settings here, we have notifications. So I have received a lot of notifications, so I do need to adjust this. So here at the top, you have notification type where you can have it notify you on the phone, or you could have it send to an email. Here we have the option to send always or when nobody's home. So that's really nice that if you're home, you're not going to be dinged all day long. So if you leave the house, you will be notified of missed people at the door. Next, we have the porch zone. So here it is showing my little zone that I created for the porch. And here we can have it notify us of people at the door or all motion. So I'm actually going to turn off all motion because I'm getting a lot of notifications, but I do want to know about people. So then we go back and then here we have motion outside of the zone. So anything outside of this area, do we want it to alert us? I'm definitely not going to have all other motion because that would be every car that goes by. But here I'm going to select people. Maybe it caught somebody over here or something. I would want to know about that. And then here we have activity sounds. So you can actually have it notify you if it hears a loud noise. So right now I don't really see a need for that, but maybe somebody is yelling at your door without actually ringing your doorbell. It would notify you that somebody is out there. Here we have the familiar faces option. We have already gone through that. Next, we have visitor announcements. So if you would like your visitors to be announced on your Google Home, make sure that this is on. And if you have not linked your Nest account, you need to head into the Google Assistant app and do that under the home control settings. Also, when you go into the Assistant app, go down here to home control. And now under Nest, you will notice that you have the front door. So this is an option to assign to a different room. There's not much you can do other than show me the front door on the TV and it would recognize that nickname. Next, we have the Nest Aware option. So if you do not pay for any of the services, it will record 3 hours of events. So if you don't pay for anything, you do have that option where if somebody stole a package, you noticed it's gone, you can check the last 3 hours of history. But the Hello is really awesome when you have this Nest Aware subscription. So it will give you a free trial of 30 days and is what that offers is the ability to see familiar faces. So that's where it can spot who is on the camera and notify you of that. Here it's going to continually record history. So you can actually record up to 30 days. So here you have close-ups where it will automatically take a photo of the different event and zoom in on the action for you. Here you have activity zones, so you can set up, I think, of 4 activity zones. I only have 1 set up. And then you can quickly share clips. So I've saved 11 different ones. And then right here is how you would sign up for Nest Aware. Here it says I have a free trial currently. Here I can open this up and there are 3 different plans. So here I have an annual plan where if you want 5 days of video history, that would be $50. 10 days of video history is $100. And 30 days of video history is $300. Or you can select a monthly plan. So if I just want 5-day history, $5, 10-day history, $10, 30-day history, $30. So you can go and activate that right there, but we're not going to do that at this time. We're just going to run through this full trial. And if you do have other Nest cams, you will need a Nest Aware subscription for each cam that you want recorded. Now let's check out quality and bandwidth. So here there are a few different options. So right now I'm at medium quality. It is recording 120 gig per month. So that will be uploaded through your internet. If we select the low option, this will record 30 gig of data. So if your internet is restricted on the amount of data you can use, this might be the best option. And then here we have the high quality. So this will record 300 gig per month and upload that so that you can have that accessible at any time. Now let's quickly check a brief example of the low quality. And now let's look at the medium quality. And here is the high quality recording. So right now I'm just going to keep it at the medium option. Next we have night vision. So right now it's set to auto, or if you have a porch light that's on all night and you don't really need the night vision, you could turn it off, or you can have it always on if you have maybe a dark room that it's in or something. That is how you can do that. Next we have camera sharing. So if you have a family member on your Nest account, it will automatically share this with them. But if you do not, you could go in and add that through the sharing options. So here's where you can turn off the green light so that it will not let others know it's recording. And then here you can have it turn off so it won't show that you are actually listening. And that's where it will pulse if you are watching the camera. They can see that from the doorbell end. Next we have chime duration. So this is where you can change if you have an electrical doorbell, you can adjust that. And then here we have the microphone. So here I did not have audio recording enabled when I first set it up. So now all of those clips don't have any audio. So make sure you go in here and check audio recording. And then if you want to turn off the microphone, you wouldn't be able to hear anything. And that's how you can turn the microphone on and off. Here we have the language. And then here we have Wi-Fi connection. So if you want to change your Wi-Fi or update your Wi-Fi, this is where you will do that. And then last here we have where the doorbell is. So this is actually set at the front door, and we could label it that way if we want to change how it is labeled. And last we have technical info, delete history, and remove camera. So those are all the settings on the mobile app of the Nest Hello. Now let's head on to the web interface to see what is available there. To view the web interface, head to home.nest.com. Here we can see all of our Nest products. And then we just select the front door to open it up. And here we have many of the same options that we had on the phone, but here we have a quick zoom. So on the phone, you could actually pinch and zoom to do that. And then you could drag this around. There you can see the 8x optical zoom. And then right here, if maybe there is a part of the picture we want to zoom in on all the time, we could select that and it will actually crop your camera. So then you would only see a portion of the screen. Here we can talk through the microphone. So here you could change back to the old timeline view. Here you have rewind, so I can just select this and it will rewind, pause, play, and then forward to live view. I can change the volume right here, and then I can go full screen with that option right there. Here I can turn on and off the camera to record at the top right, and then here it's giving me a notice that I can record up to 30 days of video history if I subscribe to Nest Aware. Down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the few options where we can change it from today to a different day in history. Here we can change the timeline. So if I want to see more of the timeline, I could scroll it this way where I see the second, and then here I can see the hours, and you can see all of these pop up on screen. So if I want to go to today, this afternoon, I would just need to hover over these different timelines, and I can see the different options right there. I can select on that, and then here we have the full video recording that we can view. And there I can pause, play, and do all of that. And then down here in the bottom right-hand corner, this is where we can add our zone. So if I select zone, I could choose my existing zone or create a new one. So let's create a new, and let's say I want to be notified of anyone that hits the driveway. So I could come on here, put a little zone on. And then down here in the bottom left, I could call it driveway. And then select done. And now you can see under my zones, I have these two zones. I have porch and driveway. So you can adjust the notifications like you saw in the app for those. And then here we have clips. So clips allows us to create a specific clip of what we are seeing. So if I wanted to create a clip of me ringing the doorbell right here, I can create a clip, create a time lapse, or view clips. So if I select create clip, then it will give me these options to drag the length of the clip I want. So I'm going to zoom into the seconds of that clip, and here it's going to record 23 minutes, but I only want it to record a few seconds. And then we would select the clip that we want. And then we would name the clip and then select save. And then it will save that to our account, and we can go and download that or share that. Now, if you drag this white bar, this will drag your timeline so you can see exactly where it's at. Now, if I wanted to create a time lapse, let's say we go here, I go to clips, select time lapse, and then here I would select how long I want that time lapse to cover, and then here I would select the duration. So if you select for 6 seconds, then it's going to be a really fast time lapse. Here you could select 2 minutes, it's going to be really slow, and it will also depend on how long you have done. And then here we can just call this test time lapse, and then you select save, and it will process that in the background. If we then go to clips and go to view clips, we can check out all of the clips that I have created. And I'll show some of these on the screen. You do have a limit of how many clips can be stored. So up here in the top right, you'll see that I've recorded 30 minutes of my 3-hour limit. But then if I want to share a clip, I can just select it. So here I could play it, view it, and then I can share it on any of these options down here. And then I could delete the clip if I no longer need it. And there is the download button to save that forever. So now let's go back, and the last thing I want to show you here is in the web interface, we do have all the settings that we had on the phone. So I can turn the camera on and off, change quiet time, home sys, schedule, adjust the notifications, turn on the sound, change what zones will notify me, subscribe to Nest Aware, change bandwidth, night vision, and camera sharing and status light, doorbell, microphone. So there you can see it has all of the settings that we saw on the mobile device. So after playing with the Nest Hello for a while, I'm really impressed with all that it can do. I love that it will announce when somebody's here on my Google Homes, as well as I can easily stream the camera right to my Chromecast. If you guys have any further questions about the Nest Hello, please leave them in the comments below. And if this is your first time here, I'd love to have you subscribe so that you can be notified of my new and upcoming videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.